Orgasmic enlightenment, where the sexual and spiritual come together. I'm Kim Anami, and I'm a holistic sex and relationship coach and a vaginal weightlifter. In this show, we explore all things intimate. I believe that our sexual energy is life force, creative energy, and we can use it to shape our worlds, strengthen our relationships, and self-actualize. I blend the most avant-garde information from neuroscience, ancient sexual practices like Tantra and Taoism, to renegade wellness modalities to show you how to create gourmet sex in your lives. Come one, come all. Welcome to Season 5 of Orgasmic Enlightenment, and it also happens to be one of my favorite seasons, Vaginal Kung Fu season. So today's episode is called A Strong Vagina Keeps the Botox Away. Facelift, breast lift, mood lift. Lift it good. Do you have an uplifting vagina? Did you know that lifting weights with your vagina does all of the following? Creates an overall lift in your mood, lifts the pelvic floor and all your internal organs so they don't fall out. Yes, this is a thing that happens to 50% of women after childbirth. And it gives you a facelift. Bye Botox. Yes, having a strong uplifted vagina uplifts every part of your life. And here's how. Mood lifting. We all have things in life that try to pull us down, and that's the nature of life here in the physical plane. We do our best, we have practices to keep positive, to stay afloat, and to transcend the madness. Your sexual energy is one of your greatest and most creative tools. When you are properly accessing it, you'll see how it inspires your life, giving you a buoyancy, a resilience, and an ability to go with the flow. It gets you high. I always say, if you want to get high, have more sex. If you want to get higher, have sex with a strong set of genitals that can pump your sexual energy up from your lower centers and into your higher ones, and you can use that energy as rocket fuel in your life. Most people are unconsciously leaking and ejecting their sexual energy out into the ethers, depleting their life force. Using a jade egg to tone your vagina and pelvic floor locks that energy in and allows you to recirculate it in your body and use it in your life as creative power. Plus, the vagina is an entire reflexology map of the major organ systems in the body. When you use the jade egg and you use it the way I teach it, which is to learn to articulate every millimeter of your vagina, you are giving yourself an ecstatic acupressure treatment. Not only are you positively stimulating your internal organs from your heart to your liver, but in the Taoist Chinese system of medicine, all of these organs have associations with emotions. For example, the cervix is connected to the heart, love, and spiritual awakening. The G-spot is associated with the kidneys and their feelings of trust and openness. Each egg workout is a physical, energetic, and emotional meditation and cleanse. When you work out your vagina, you are connecting to your sexual energy and self, and this is the essential core of who you are. Getting all the blood and oxygen flowing in your reproductive region allows your hormones to flow better. Your lubricating fluids get much more prolific because circulation equals lubrication, and everything now flows better. More than all of that, though, when you get in touch with your sexual self, you are in touch with your true self. You now have this energy available to use in your daily life, your creativity as the deepest expression of who you are. Your libido, which is your life force, is now pumping. You can actually feel things in your vagina. Pleasure, fingers, orgasm, cock, and wetness. Depression comes from suppression, and when you are disconnected from all of these things, especially your vagina, you are disconnected from your most authentic self and your life. #powered by vagina. So the second element of this is that you lift and support your internal organs. As a human these days, it's a rare feat to get through life with all of your organs intact. Western medicine is so very keen on cutting them out for you. You can increase the health and longevity of your internal organs, and especially your sexual ones, by supporting them so they don't fall out on the floor. No one needs that now, do they? Except Western doctors. The cutting and falling out of organs is a very lucrative business for them. Would you like to keep your uterus and cervix and ovaries? You can. Strengthening your pelvic floor to support them will keep them in place and keep them vital. Plus, as you reconnect to these organs, which are the symbolic expression of your sexual self, you will now inhabit them. Owning and inhabiting them is what keeps them intact. It's when you are cut off from them that they can literally be cut off and cut out from you. Each of your reproductive organs is a generator for your life force energy, your creative and manifesting power. They are all integral to you. In Vaginal Kung Fu, I teach you to tap into and harness this power so that you can use it in your day-to-day life. When you are disconnected from these parts of you and your pelvic floor is weak, another symptom is urinary incontinence. You leak urine just the way you leak your energy, your sexual energy, your life force energy. All of it is just draining away. Think about this. According to the Yale University School of Bend Me Over and Fuck Me Up the Ass for Money medicine, up to 60% of American women have urinary incontinence issues, and 50% of women have had some kind of pelvic organ prolapse, i.e. their organs are falling out of them, really strange thought, but true, after childbirth. Half of all women are walking around with huge energetic leakage going on, and these things can be reversed through using a jade egg and vaginal kung fu. And now we come to the juicy part, the facelift and the breast lift. So a weak pelvic floor means that not only do internal organs fall out, but our sexual energy leaks out of these channels. And the leakage causes an entire downward gravitational pull in the body. Everything begins to sag. Lines form on the brow, nasolabial folds get more increased, breasts lose their firmness, bellies get soft, and through strengthening the pelvic floor, an energetic lift takes place in the body that firms, smooths, and supports everything in its wake. By practicing the recirculation of your sexual energy, you reverse gravity, because sexual energy is the fountain of youth. In women, this translates into a natural facelift and often a breast lift as well. I have had countless women go through my salons and come out with fuller, perkier, and firmer breasts, and others whose friends think that they got facelifts because their faces changed so much. Not to mention all the formidable vagina power that they now wield. But don't just take my word for it. In the first month of doing these practices, Taliana, the self-confessed pragmatic scientist and former Botox user, had this to say to me: I am currently being pursued by more men than I will ever have time to respond to. I have had men make websites just to ask me out, take me on incredible dates, and most importantly, the one guy I am into seems to be equally into me, and I am starting a new, exciting, amazing relationship. Although I have had a very solid and successful career, I can safely say this past month has been by far the most successful of my entire life. Today, before I sent out a very high-profile email, I did the breathing exercises and the vaginal egg practice, and the response was immediate. Excellent. Let's close the deal. Oh, face fucking lift. Surreal. And yes, I did not believe it was possible, but once again, you were right. Bye Botox. This work with you has been the most significant, highest return investment of my life. So all of these things to me speak to that container, that sealing up of the energetic chain and the channel, so that then that energy gets thrown back into you. It gets channeled back into you and your life rather than just draining out of you, right? So the stats, like I said, on that are so incredibly high. And then we have people who start to do this kind of work and they have these very epic results because, yeah, I'm just that good. Actually, sexual energy is just that powerful. Powerful enough to make breasts fuller and firmer, to tone vaginas, and to smooth years of tension out of a brow. From the bedroom to the boardroom, strong vaginas kick ass. In the Vaginal Kung Fu Salon, we cover all of these practices for cultivating an uplifted vagina. You get my step-by-step instructions on using the jade egg, as well as all of my vaginal power secrets and practices, including my full breast massage routine to tone, enlarge, and lift breasts. The salon opens for registration on January the 18th. In the meantime, you can check out my free preview video series for the salon and also take a quiz to find out, do you have a super pussy, where I give you a technique that you can try tonight to strengthen and tone your vagina. Go to kimanami.com, look for Sexual Savant Salons, and click on Vaginal Kung Fu. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, subscribe and also leave a review. And send someone else the gift of a healthy libido and an off-the-charts love life by sharing this episode with them. We'll be back next week, and in the meantime, many happy orgasms.